Picture this: you're having one of those days where everything feels heavy, and then someone shows up with a quiet smile, a listening ear, and maybe even your favorite snack, just because they knew you needed a pick-me-up. They're the person who remembers the little things, like how you take your coffee or the story you told them about your childhood pet, and they weave that care into every moment they share with you. That's the heart of a Cancer, someone whose presence feels like a safe harbor in a stormy world, always ready to wrap you in warmth and make you feel truly cherished. Now imagine betraying that person, taking their trust, the trust they gave so carefully, and letting it slip through your fingers like sand. If that person is a Cancer, you're setting yourself up for a regret that lingers like a soft ache you can't shake. Welcome to our heartfelt journey into the world of Cancer, the water sign born between June 21st and July 22nd, guided by the moon, the glowing force of emotions, intuition, and deep connection. Cancers are the Zodiac's nurturers, with a loyalty that runs as deep as the ocean and a love that feels like coming home after a long day. Today, we're exploring 18 reasons why betraying a Cancer is a mistake you'll carry with you, from their tender devotion that makes life sweeter to the quiet strength that shines through their sensitivity. Whether it's their ability to make you feel safe or the way they love with every fiber of their being, crossing a Cancer is like turning your back on a rare kind of magic. So pull up a cozy chair, maybe grab a warm drink, and let's dive into why Cancers are so extraordinary, and why breaking their trust is a choice that'll leave your heart a little heavier. If you've got a Cancer in your life or you're just here for the Zodiac vibes, you're in for a touching, emotional ride that'll remind you to hold those special people close. 1. Their nurturing nature. There's a quiet magic in the way a Cancer cares for you, like they've been handed a secret map to your heart and know exactly how to make it feel at home. They're the ones who notice when you're off, even if you're trying to hide it, and they'll show up with a kind word, a warm meal, or just a presence that says you're not alone. It's in the small things, texting to check if you got home safe, remembering your favorite comfort food when you're stressed, or sitting with you in silence when words aren't enough. Their nurturing isn't loud or showy, it's a steady stream of love that makes life's rough edges feel softer. Betraying a Cancer is like stepping away from a fire on a cold night, leaving behind a warmth you didn't realize you'd miss so much. You'll find yourself aching for the way they made you feel cared for, the way their thoughtfulness turned ordinary days into something special, and you'll regret turning your back on a heart that gave so freely, knowing that kind of care is a rare gift in a world that often feels too busy to notice. 2. Loyalty beyond compare. When a Cancer lets you into their world, it's with a loyalty that feels like an anchor in a stormy sea, steady and unyielding no matter how wild the waves get. They're the friend who's there for every milestone, from your biggest wins to your quietest struggles, celebrating your joys and holding space for your pain. They'll keep your secrets locked tight, stand up for you when the world feels against you, and show up when others might fade away. Their devotion is constant as the moon's pull on the tide. This isn't a fleeting kind of loyalty, it's deep, rooted in a love that doesn't waver. Betraying a Cancer means breaking that sacred bond, cutting yourself off from someone who would have walked through fire for you. You'll feel the emptiness when you're facing life's challenges without their steadfast support, and the regret will hit like a slow burn, knowing you shattered a connection with someone whose loyalty was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of promise you'll struggle to find again. 3. Emotional intuition. Cancers have a gift for reading emotions that's almost otherworldly, like they've got a direct line to your soul. They can sense when you're hurting before you've even admitted it to yourself, pick up on your excitement in the smallest glance, or know when you need a moment to breathe without you saying a word. It's not just empathy, it's an intuition that lets them meet you exactly where you are, offering comfort that feels tailor-made. Whether it's a hug that says they get it or a question that unlocks what you've been holding in, they make you feel understood in a way that's rare and precious. When you betray a Cancer, you're wounding that sensitive, perceptive heart, hurting someone who's been attuned to your needs in ways you might not have fully appreciated. You'll miss the way they could sense your mood and respond with just the right touch, and you'll regret dimming a connection that felt like they saw the real you, leaving you longing for that intuitive bond you lost. 4. They feel betrayal deeply. Beneath their caring exterior, Cancers carry a heart that's as tender as it is resilient, and betrayal hits them like a stone dropped into still water, sending ripples through their entire being. They don't just feel the sting of your actions, they absorb it, letting the pain settle into the quiet corners of their soul where it echoes long after the moment has passed. You might not see them cry or call you out, but the hurt is there, etched into their memory like a song they can't stop hearing. Their sensitivity isn't a weakness, it's part of what makes them so deeply loving, and when you betray them, you're striking at the core of that love. You'll catch a shadow of that pain in their softened voice or distant gaze, and it'll hit you that you've wounded someone who only ever wanted to hold you close. The regret will grow heavier each time you think of the hurt you caused, wishing you protected a heart that felt everything so profoundly. 5. Their walls go up. When you betray a Cancer, you trigger a quiet transformation that's as protective as it is heartbreaking, like watching a flower close its petals at dusk. They retreat behind emotional walls, shielding their vulnerable heart from further pain, and the warmth you once knew becomes a distant memory. Where there was once an open door, inviting you into their world with shared laughter and late-night talks, there's now a barrier, strong and unyielding. They don't build these walls to hurt you, it's their way of keeping themselves safe, a reflex born from a heart that's felt too much. You'll miss the ease of their affection, the way they made you feel like you belonged, and you'll ache for the days when their trust was yours to hold. That regret will linger every time you reach out and find those walls still standing, a stark reminder that you pushed away someone whose openness was a gift you didn't fully appreciate until it was gone. 6. Trust is sacred to them. For a Cancer, trust is the foundation of every meaningful connection, a delicate thread they weave with care and offer only to those they hold dear. They don't give it freely, it's earned through time, shared moments, and a sense that you value their heart as much as they do. When they trust you, it's a profound act of vulnerability, a sign that you're part of their inner circle, safe in their carefully guarded world. Betraying that trust is like snapping that thread, unraveling a bond they built with patience and love. You'll see the shift in their eyes, from warmth to wariness, and feel the weight of what you've broken, a sacred gift that's nearly impossible to restore. The regret will settle in when you realize how rare their trust was, how it anchored you in a way you didn't fully understand, and you'll wish you'd honored it, knowing that mending what's torn is a challenge that may never be met. 7. Their quiet resentment lingers. Cancers aren't the type to shout or make a scene when you betray them, their pain unfolds in a quieter, more haunting way, like a melody played in a minor key. They might not confront you directly, but their hurt simmers beneath the surface, a subtle resentment that colors every interaction with a shadow of what you've done. You'll notice it in the way their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes or how their warmth feels tempered, like a fire that's been doused but still smolders. This isn't about holding a grudge for spite, it's their heart processing a wound that runs deeper than words can express. You'll feel the weight of that unspoken pain every time you're near them, a constant reminder that you've hurt someone who cared for you with all they had. The regret will creep in as you realize their quiet resentment is a mirror of your mistake, and you'll wish you'd never caused a heart so gentle to carry such a heavy burden. 8. They're your safe haven. There's a rare kind of peace that comes with being around a Cancer, like stepping into a cozy cabin after a long, cold day. They create a space where you can let your guard down, where worries seem to melt away under the glow of their care. Whether it's their home filled with soft blankets and familiar scents or just their presence that feels like a deep breath, they make you feel secure in a world that's often chaotic. They're the ones you turn to when life feels overwhelming, knowing they'll listen, comfort, and make you feel like everything's going to be okay. When you betray a Cancer, you're locked out of that sanctuary, left to face the storms without their calming influence. You'll miss the way they could turn any moment into a refuge, and the regret will hit hard when you're craving that sense of safety, realizing you've lost a haven that was always there until you pushed it away. 9. Their support vanishes. Cancers are the backbone you lean on when life gets tough, always ready to lift you up with their quiet strength and endless compassion. They're the ones who stay up late to talk you through a crisis, drop everything to help you move forward, or simply sit with you when you're falling apart, offering a presence that feels like a lifeline. Their support isn't just there for the big moments, it's in the everyday ways they show they're in your corner, from small encouragements to unwavering belief in you. Betraying a Cancer means losing that steady hand, that voice that always knew how to guide you back to yourself. You'll feel the absence when you're navigating challenges alone, wishing you could still call on their wisdom and care. The regret will settle in like a heavy fog, knowing you've severed a connection with someone who was your rock, leaving you to face the world without their comforting strength. 10. Their family ties are strong. Cancers hold their loved ones close, building a tight-knit circle that's more like a family than a friend group, whether it's their actual relatives or the chosen family they've gathered over time. They're fiercely protective of these bonds, and their people are just as loyal to them, creating a network that's as warm as it is unbreakable. When you betray a Cancer, you risk more than just their trust, you might find yourself on the outside of this loyal tribe. Their friends and family, sensing the hurt you've caused, may close ranks, and you'll notice the invitations slow, the conversations cool, or the warmth you once shared fade. It's not that Cancer asks for this loyalty, it's simply the natural response of those who cherish them. You'll regret the moment you crossed someone whose loved ones formed such a strong, protective circle, realizing you've lost not just their heart but the community that came with it. 11. They're secretly resilient. Don't let their soft exterior fool you. Cancers have a core of resilience that runs deep, like a river carving through stone over time. Their sensitivity might make you think they'll crumble under betrayal, but they have a quiet strength that helps them heal and rise again. They'll take their time to process the hurt, but when they're ready, they'll move forward with a determination that's both inspiring and humbling. You might expect them to stay broken, but instead, you'll see them rebuilding, finding new ways to shine despite the pain you caused. Betraying a Cancer means underestimating this hidden toughness, and you'll regret it when you see them thriving in ways you never expected. The realization that they didn't need you to succeed will sting, leaving you wishing you'd never doubted the strength beneath their tender heart. 12. They'll thrive without you. Cancers have a remarkable ability to turn pain into growth, like a flower pushing through cracks in the pavement to bloom. After a betrayal, they'll retreat to heal, but when they emerge, it's with a renewed sense of purpose that takes your breath away. You'll hear about their new achievements, a promotion they worked hard for, a passion project they poured their heart into, or a life they've built that's fuller and richer than before. They don't thrive to spite you, it's just their nature to nurture themselves back to strength, finding light even in the darkest moments. You'll watch from a distance, struck by how they've turned your betrayal into fuel for their success, and the regret will burn as you realize you could have been part of their beautiful journey. Knowing you pushed away someone who shines so brightly without you will leave a lingering ache, a reminder of the incredible person you let slip away. 13. You'll miss their comfort. There's a unique kind of solace that comes with a Cancer's presence, like sinking into a soft bed after a long day, where every worry seems to dissolve in their gentle care. They have an innate ability to make you feel grounded, whether it's through a heartfelt conversation over a warm drink or the way they create a cozy atmosphere that feels like a hug. Their comfort is a balm for the soul, turning chaotic moments into ones of calm with their soothing words or thoughtful gestures, like a favorite song that instantly puts you at ease. When you betray a Cancer, you're exiled from this nurturing embrace, left to navigate life's turbulence without their calming touch. You'll find yourself yearning for the way they could make any day feel softer, their quiet strength a steady anchor in rough seas. The regret will wash over you when you're facing a tough moment alone, longing for the warmth of their presence, realizing you've lost a comfort that was as rare as it was profound, a sanctuary you'll struggle to find elsewhere. 14. Their love is rare. Falling in love with a Cancer is like discovering a hidden treasure, a love so deep and genuine it feels like it was crafted just for you. Their affection is a tapestry of loyalty, tenderness, and an emotional depth that wraps you in a sense of belonging, like coming home to a place you've always known. They love with their whole heart, showing it through quiet acts of devotion, planning a special evening, remembering the details of your dreams, or simply being there with a love that feels eternal. Betraying a Cancer means walking away from this extraordinary gift, a connection that's as enduring as it is unique. You'll search for that same sincerity in others, only to find it elusive, each failed attempt a reminder of the love you let go. The regret will linger like a quiet ache, as you recall the way their love made you feel truly cherished, knowing you've lost a bond that was a once-in-a-lifetime kind of magic. 15. They'll protect their heart. After a betrayal, a Cancer's heart becomes a fortress, guarded with a fierce resolve that's both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. They once opened their soul to you, sharing their vulnerabilities with a trust that was hard-won, but your actions teach them to shield themselves, building walls higher than before. This isn't about spite, it's survival, a way to preserve the tenderness they so freely gave. You'll notice the change in their cautious glances, the hesitation where there was once openness, and it'll hit you that you've lost access to their unguarded heart. You'll miss the days when they shared their deepest thoughts, when their love flowed without fear. The regret will grow each time you try to reconnect and find their defenses unyielding, a stark reminder that you broke something precious, and the chance to experience their open-hearted trust again may be gone forever. 16. The moon's emotional pull. Cancers are ruled by the moon, a celestial force that governs emotions and intuition, giving them a connection to the tides of the heart that feels almost mystical. Their moods ebb and flow like lunar phases, and their sensitivity ties them to a deeper rhythm of the universe. When you betray a Cancer, it's as if you're defying this cosmic current, disrupting a natural balance that resonates with their soul. You might feel the weight of this misalignment in subtle ways, moments of unease, relationships that falter, or a sense that the world is out of sync, while they seem to find their footing, guided by the moon's quiet wisdom. It's not that they wish you harm, it's that their lunar energy aligns with authenticity, and your betrayal pulls you out of that flow. You'll wonder if the universe is nudging you to face your mistake, and the regret will deepen as you realize you crossed someone whose heart beats in time with the stars. 17. They'll teach you empathy. Cancers have a way of turning their pain into a lesson, not through confrontation but through the sheer weight of their emotional truth. Their hurt becomes a mirror, reflecting your actions back at you with a clarity that's impossible to ignore. You'll see it in the way they carry themselves, with a quiet dignity that speaks of their strength, or in the subtle ways they protect others, showing the care you fail to honor. They don't need to lecture you, their resilience and compassion teach you to value the feelings of those around you, to tread more gently in the future. But this lesson comes too late for them, and you'll feel the sting of that realization, knowing you learned empathy at the cost of their trust. The regret will settle in as you carry this newfound understanding, wishing you'd seen their heart's worth before you caused it pain. 18. The regret that haunts you. Long after the moment of betrayal fades, the memory of a Cancer will linger like a soft whisper in your mind, a bittersweet echo of what you lost. Their nurturing touch, their loyal heart, their intuitive love, they'll surface in quiet moments, when you're alone or caught off guard by a familiar scent or song. You'll wonder what life could have been like if you'd cherished their trust, if you'd held tight to the bond that felt like home. Maybe you'll hear about their happiness, see a glimpse of their life thriving, and feel a pang for the role you no longer play. That, what if, will follow you, a shadow cast by the light of their memory, growing heavier with each reminder of their irreplaceable presence. You'll wish you could turn back time, but the regret of betraying a Cancer will remain, a haunting reminder of a heart you hurt and a love you'll never quite forget. And that's the story of why betraying a Cancer is a mistake that leaves a mark on your heart long after the moment passes. With their nurturing warmth that feels like a cozy haven, their loyalty that anchors you through life's storms, and their emotional depth that makes you feel truly seen, Cancers bring a rare kind of love to the world. They're the ones who make you feel at home, who show up with a quiet strength that holds you steady, and whose intuitive hearts beat in tune with your own. But when you break their trust, you lose more than just a connection, you lose a sanctuary, a love that's hard to find, and a presence that lingers in your regrets like a soft, persistent ache. From the walls they build to protect their heart to the cosmic pull of their moon-ruled spirit, the consequences of betraying a Cancer ripple through your life, teaching you lessons you'll wish you'd learned another way. If you're lucky enough to have a Cancer in your life, whether they're the friend who always knows when you need them, the partner who loves you with every fiber of their being, or the family member who's your rock, hold them close. Cherish their trust, honor their heart, and never take their love for granted. They're a gift, and life is infinitely richer with them by your side. So, tell us, do you have a Cancer who makes your world brighter? Drop a comment below and share what makes them so unforgettable. Maybe it's their comforting hugs or the way they always know just what to say. Thanks for joining us on this emotional journey, and here's to treasuring the Cancers who make life feel like home.